Welcome to Sweden. Yes.
Hello. I'm standing here in Stockholm with Lightheart, who's a nutritional expert, and he lives on raw food and is a bodybuilder. So tell me, how do you do it?
Well, you know, it's one of those things that it was kind of an evolution. I started out in bodybuilding doing the classical carnivore type of thing, and then eventually I find that wasn't suitable for my health and vitality, and I moved into a vegetarian based diet. But I found that there were certain limitations because I was trying to adopt a meat eater's mentality with a vegetarian diet. And then after a period of years, I had the good fortune to meet a lot of different experts inside the field and started applying raw foods and a raw food diet or a live food diet in order to improve my performance. And the one thing that was going on was there wasn't a whole lot of strength and muscle building athletes inside this. And the concept was out there that it's not possible to build muscle and to be a strength athlete or to be a bodybuilder or have a certain physical look, because most people, that wasn't their interest. So I took it upon myself to kind of develop protocols and ways of actually improving your health and your performance and the strength and size of your muscles. And that was a process that took me approximately 4 years until I felt that I had some level of proficiency, and then we've been traveling around the world sharing it with anybody that's interested in knowing.
Wow. So everybody asks me, where do you get your protein? So where do you get your protein?
Well, it's an amazing question from a couple of reasons, because the first thing is people assume just because they've eaten protein, whether it's from an animal source or a plant source, that they've actually got the protein into their muscle tissue. So the first thing that we have to address is what is actually being absorbed. So when you eat something, it's not just what you put in your mouth, it's what actually gets chewed up, digested, travels through the intestinal wall, and is delivered into the tissue that is required, in this case, muscle building. So for myself, when you understood that, there are ways of improving the absorption and utilization of your protein to ensure that you deliver more. And I feel that plant-based diets, if done properly, can offer you a distinctive advantage in the availability of bringing that to the muscle tissue that you require.
Wait, what kind of proteins do you eat?
Well, you know, of course you get a bit of protein from almost any different type of vegetable that you would eat. But my major sources come in 3 distinct qualities: pea, hemp, and rice. And there are different reasons of why I've used that combination, and I would vary it depending on an individual body type, genetic, or what they're trying to achieve. But those are the 3 main because of their superior amino acids, and in combination they work very well. And in fact, we have developed a number of products inside of that. The other thing is I also advocate the use of enzymes in conjunction with that, so I get maximum absorbability and utilization of those proteins, and that's a key component.
So do you soak rice and peas?
Well, you can do that. There's a lot of different methodologies, if you will, of how you can obtain that. So there's soaking the process. Some people, there's all sorts of nuts you would soak to reduce enzyme inhibitors, of course. Anything that's soaked generally is you're going to reduce enzyme inhibitors and improve utilization. So you're going to do it that way, or you can refine them and make them into powders, such as like hemp powders, or rice protein, or rice bran powders, or pea protein powders, and then you can add fermentation processes that will go to further enhance that. So you can start off here, starting with the basic plant, or you can refine that process to increase the amount of amino acids available, and then you can add other utilization factors. So basically it kind of goes in stages depending on the needs of the client. And I have, of course, in competition or preparation for contest or with a high performance athlete, we have very higher needs, a much higher need than say the general public requirement in this. And some of these more advanced processes are necessary, but they're very simple and readily available, and once you've understood it, it's simple, easy, and convenient.
Oh, sounds great. I'm so grateful to have you here in Stockholm.
You know, it's been a real treat. I mean, the Swedish community is just amazing. The city's beautiful. I've had such a wonderful trip here. I hope I get to come back really soon, because there's an amazing community I can see that's starting to flourish here in and around the raw foods and living foods and sustainable, conscious food practices. And it's just a real treat to be here. I'm so delighted.
Thanks a lot.
You bet.